Hey, my name is Sarah Beth Harris, and this is quideo number 6, the last one, finally. This question asked, do the data provide convincing statistical evidence that there is an association between age group and whether or not a person consumes 5 or more servings of fruits and vegetables per day for adults in the United States? So first, what we're going to do for this question is set up a hypothesis. For these type of chi-squared tests, you're going to have a set hypotheses. The null hypothesis, or HO, will always argue that there is not an association, whereas the alternative hypothesis, or HA, will argue that there is an association. In the context of this problem, HO states there is not association between age group and whether or not a person consumes 5 or more servings of fruits and vegetables or per day, and then there is association between age groups and whether or not a person consumes 5 or more servings of fruit and vegetables per day for the alternative hypothesis. So assumptions that need to be made about this problem, we are told that it is a simple random sample, or an SRS, and we can assume that all of the expected values are greater than 1 and 80% are greater than 5. So the test that we'll be using today is the chi-squared test of independence. In order to move on, we need to identify our variables. X is the number of people in each age group, whereas Y is the number of people in each sample group asked if they consumed at least 5 servings of fruits and vegetables daily on a yes or no basis. So first we're going to do our expected values. In order to find expected values, you can do row total times column total over table total. You could also do it in the calculator. So you're going to go to second matrix, go over to edit, select matrix A. As you can see, I've already put in all the data for this problem, as you can see here. So from there, we're going to calculate the test. So let's get out of here, clear. So we're going to do stat, go over to test, go down to chi-squared test, which is x squared dash test, select it. So we put the observed in matrix A, we want the expected in matrix B, so that all lines up, so we're going to calculate it. We will talk about this later. So this will give you the values of the expected data. As you can see, I have moved it into this table. So to actually run the chi-square test is the sum of the observed minus expected squared all over expected. This you can also do in the calculator. So we're basically just going to go through the same steps again. So you're going to stat. After you've plugged in your matrix and table, found the expected, you're going to go over to test, go back to the chi-squared test, keep everything the same as you did for finding the matrix, and this is the numbers that you will receive. This is the chi-square value, the p-value, and the degrees of freedom. So the degrees of freedom can also be found by taking the column minus 1 and multiplying it by the row minus 1, which in this case will give you 2. So in conclusion, using a alpha level of 0.05 according to the p-value of 0.011, we reject HO. There is sufficient evidence to suggest that consumption of fruits and vegetables by U.S. adults is dependent on age group. Thank you.